Hey guys, how's it going? Video update. Yeah, so I've wanted to do this for a while, just feeling like we haven't been communicating as much as I'd like to be. It's an important thing to us to be communicating to you guys, letting you know what's going on in our lives, what we're doing, what it's like being on the field, that sort of thing, how you can be praying for us. And so we're making it our goal to try to put out maybe a monthly video update. Nothing crazy. We're not going to do any editing or anything. We're just going to sit and talk for 5 to 10 minutes. Hopefully not longer than that. Although this first one might be a little bit longer because we're going to catch you up on some of the stuff from this last year. And that's right. It's been a year next week, which is pretty crazy. It's gone by really fast in some ways. But also, it feels like we've been here much longer than that already. Just with how we're already feel like we're so in the mix of things, and life is just clicking by so quick already. So it feels like it's only been a year, you know. So, anyways, yep. Video update. Cool. So 1 year. What has that been like? Well, we came out with the goal to reach the unreached, or as they say in our region, we want to reach the never reached. We want to reach those who've never heard the good news before. And that's not changed at all. But we've had this deep conviction that we need to be plugging into the church that we're here to serve in a deeper way. And that church is Neighborhood Church.
Yep. So Neighborhood Church is awesome. It's like a family away from family, and primarily the people who make up Neighborhood Church are military members and their families, but relatively we have a significant portion of Japanese attendees and members as well, which is amazing. And yeah, there's ministries for everyone, and it's just really incredible, the outreaches and the vision of Neighborhood Church. And just, we got here, and I think one of the first things they said is, what do you need to get settled? And they poured in to us and helped us get settled. And it was one of the most welcoming things we've ever experienced, especially since we're usually the ones leaving. One thing about Neighborhood Church that is very unique is that it is a very transitional church. Because most of the military members have 2 to 3 year commitments in Okinawa and end up leaving within that time. So there's a constant rotation of people, and some of our closest friends are going to be leaving next month, actually, that we've made here. And so usually we're always the ones leaving, and so this has been a really big change for us. But it's really nice to be able to come and serve the people of Neighborhood Church for the time that they are here.
It's been really good. Really kind of surprised and shocked at how rich and deep some of the relationships have gotten so quickly, which has been a total blessing. When we first knew we were coming out, we knew that we wanted to participate with the Japanese ministry. We've been doing that as much as we can, and that looks like a lot of different things. This looked like going on the outreaches with the Japanese pastor and some of the Japanese volunteers to an orphanage and to a homeless shelter each month. And that's been awesome, going to a convalescent home. And that's been amazing to be able to do ministry in those settings each and every month, and to be able to grow in a relationship with the people there, with the kids at the homeless shelter or at the orphanage, or the men at the homeless shelter. Just this last week, I've been taking Serafina, and one of the homeless guys, he brought some chocolate for Serafina, and it was just like this really cool thing, because they think that she's adorable and she's so cute, and she loves being there and kind of ministering to them. So that's been awesome. We've also been able to help with the launching of a new Japanese service, which has been really amazing to just be together with the Japanese believers as they're worshiping. I've been helping mostly from the back. I've been doing kind of the sound and the slides, using some of my Japanese that I've learned. But then pray for me, starting in April, I will be helping lead worship from the front with guitar, which I am currently in the process of learning how to do. So
he's doing really good, though.
but it's been fun. I've always wanted to get good at guitar, and now I have a fire under me. So, anyways, maybe I'll play a song one of these days. But as much as we've been focusing and participating in the Japanese ministry, I feel like most of what we've been learning and growing in, and really I feel like where I see God's hand in our lives pushing us to grow, and it's been learning in the other side of the house about the church. What is the church? What is it like to be in church leadership? I mean, I don't know that we have ever been in church leadership anywhere, and yet we're on the field, workers helping disciple and train, and so it's like it's been a really rich season, but it's been really difficult because it's like it's nothing we've done before, So Melissa's been doing a lot of help with the day-to-day operations of the church.
Yeah, so shortly after we got here, we found out that one of the administrative assistants was going to be, her family got an assignment somewhere else, and so they asked me to fill in the interim while they found somebody else to do the full-time position. But that hasn't happened yet, so I've been in there for quite a few months now, learning the ropes, and it's actually been really good learning like the day-to-day operations of the church, having my hand in so many of the ministries, learning the ins and outs, just of how the church functions behind the scenes. So, yeah, that's been really good. I'm also taking global classes along with Jeremy, only mine are in person, to work on our credentialing. So it was not something I ever wanted to do, but I volunteered to kind of help facilitate the class once a month at our church, and decided if I was going to facilitate, I might as well take the classes for my own personal growth, and then decided, hey, I might as well get credentialed since I'm doing the work for it. So it's been really good. I've really been enjoying it. I've missed school. It's making me realize that, but
she's been getting a lot of accolades from the other professors and other workers here in Japan who've been very impressed by how well she's doing. So I'm also working on my own credentialing, but that's more I've been doing distance learning online courses, kind of taking my time and working through that. Mostly, so I started out working mostly on the event planning and outreach development side of the house. I was really focused on helping get a nonprofit off the ground, but just due to changing of events, that's been put on hold. I was working on an English teaching ministry, which I'm really excited about the possibility of that in the future, but for now, even that's been put on hold. We've been preparing for our pastor who's going to be leaving on itineration actually this next
couple months.
Yeah, this next couple months. And so that is massive because he does so many different things in the house, and when he leaves, we're going to help be shouldering that burden for the minimum of the next 6 months after he leaves. So part of that preparation for me has been I'm on what's called the NCOT team. Military like their acronyms. It's the Neighborhood Church Okinawa Teaching Team, and I've been teaching. So far, it's been about every 3 weeks. I'm not sure how that'll work out in the future, but again, it's new for me. We had opportunities to preach while we were on itineration, and that was wonderful. She'll get up there soon,
no.
But and that was wonderful. But it was new, and you were able to say the same thing at each new place you went. This is much different. It's much more rigorous, and I've been just absolutely loving it. It's been really good, but also extremely challenging. And I've been helping out in a number of other places throughout the house in the men's ministry. I'm doing sound for the worship team, been learning guitar, working on my Japanese, just like a whole bunch of different things. But anyways, it's been, that's Serafina. She's got a question for Melissa. Anyways, it's been a good season this first year. It's been tough for us in a lot of ways. I think managing our expectations and trusting the Lord and trying to see where He's trying to encourage us to grow. But it's been really good. It's been really good. We're learning a lot. We're learning to trust the Lord. So as far as what is coming up for this next year, again, like I said, our pastor is going to be leaving in about 2 months, and we're going to be carrying a lot of responsibility for that. And we have a wonderful leadership team who is helping us. We're not in charge. We're carrying that load together. And we just really would love your prayers. If you just keep us and the whole leadership team of the church in your prayers as we go through that process. Number 1 daughter, number 2 son now. Also, we have some huge outreach opportunities and big events coming up in the summer and the spring that we'll be coordinating, and that's going to be a lot of fun. We're doing our mega sports camp, vacation Bible school, which is always a blast. It was huge fun last year, so we'll make sure we post lots of photos and video from that. And then I'm starting with the Japanese worship, so lots of growing and learning and changing going on. We love your prayers. Anyways, if you have stayed with us to the end, we thank you. We'd love to hear from you. If you have any comments or questions, we're going to put this on YouTube. You can post it in the comments below if you want, or just send us an email at jandmsettle.com, jnmsettle@gmail.com. Sorry, at gmail.com. Anyways, we love you guys.
Depends when he improvs.
Yes. Sorry. I have to get better at that. You have anything to say?
No.
Okay.
Thank you again for your support, your prayers, your love. And we look forward to hearing from y'all. If there's anything you need prayers about, please let us know. We'd love to be praying for you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Love you guys.